And here we go again.
YouTube. I'll wait till there's more in here.
What's up, Orson? You know what's coming up.
Man. I'll wait till everybody shows up.
Does YouTube even know what an actual firearm is?
Bunch of stupid asses.
Go from 112 to 5.
Is there 112 in here?
That's it, Tyler.
All right. If you can, hit the thumbs up button. We're going to need it. Please hit the thumbs up button because welcome to Anti-American.
They basically shut us down against community guidelines because there was a firearm.
There was no firearm.
There was no firearm.
There was a piece of aluminum, dumbasses. If you are the YouTube guy or gal, we don't break any guidelines, but you must pay attention. We're showing a piece of metal that an actual firearm would go into. That's like showing the banana peel, and bananas are illegal. We're only showing the peel of the banana, you asshats. So thanks for screwing up our perfectly good chat.
So Makev is asking about what about the regular Envy with a couple weights up front on the 22 versus the Pro? You should be just fine. I looked at getting the Envy before I got the JV Envy Pro, and I just ended up going that route. So that's what that is. I tell you what, before we get cut off again, we're gonna go over here and just point it to the wall. So one of the guys that's on here, I'm not going to call him out by name, but he contacted me about a really, really awesome build. This is going to play into the topic tonight because...
Or is it?
No, it is, because it has a unique chassis that you guys might not have ever heard of.
YouTube sucks.
Yeah, they do. Let me go stand over here first before we put anything anywhere. Give me just a second. They can't see me, right?
No, they can't see you. Well, if you don't know what happened and you're just showing up, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. We got basically they turned our live stream off because we showed aluminum chassis, which in no state, actually in probably no country, was aluminum that's shaped like that illegal anywhere.
Yeah. So let me answer this before we pan over this way.
I agree.
Joe M., I've heard and read a lot of great things and seen a lot of the foundation stocks. I haven't used one. I don't plan on using one. I do like the chassis systems. I like what I like. And that XLR just seems to kind of fit me really, really well. I used to be really big into the Macmillan stocks and those styles, the conventional basically stocks. And even if you had the riser on it, I like the configurability of the chassis systems. So things like the MPA, the MDTs, and all those kind of play into me a little better. But let me show you this. Before I show you.
George Wilson's got a good idea. I don't have a pointer here, but we got a broom.
Okay.
So use
I'll use the broom.
Hey, YouTube, this is a broom. A real broom. I just want to be a real broom.
I just want to be a real boy. All right. So before we pan over.
All
right, now go ahead. They've already seen it now. So right over here, guys.
Yes, Pistol Pete.
This right here is one of you guys out there in the audience's rifle. Okay. This is a very, very unique system. Okay. So this chassis is made by a company called Accurate Rifle Systems, ARS.com. It is all billet one piece machined. It is in the white, meaning that it's raw. So, no Cerakote or anything else. I was very impressed with it. It has a built-in Arca Swiss rail. He has his own type of clamp system for everything from bipods to you name it, bag systems and all of that. This has a Volquartsen action. It is the Summit action. So it's very similar to a Fortner. It's a straight pull, but based off of a Ruger 1022 platform, if you will. It has 20 minutes of angle built into it. It has a Kid match trigger in it. That right now it's down to 6 ounces. So I did some machine work for the gentleman. because there were some issues with the rear tang, and so it turned out beautifully. He does have a Viper on here. It's a great build, it really is. But I wanted you guys to be able to see that. I'm not going to get any closer to him than that. We'll go back over here.
I'm still dumbfounded by freaking YouTube. Yes, car came. We showed a chassis, a piece of aluminum shaped in a Freedom 11 Second Amendment looking thing, and it was not, didn't have a barreled action, didn't have any of that, and somebody they got triggered. They couldn't find their safe space, so they reported us to YouTube. I don't know.
Ballistics, you're absolutely right. That was a design by PWS, and Volkortson took it over, beefed up some linkages in the action, and it is still called a Summit Action. So I actually have a full review on that. I actually put it together today, and Dusty Rhodes, I agree with you. Those kid triggers in a 1022, it's the best trigger. That's what you need in your X-Ring tactical.
Which one is it?
The kid trigger. It is not cheap, but it is the best trigger you've ever felt.
I haven't found anything cheap in this sport yet. What's up, Red Dawn?
So
yes,
yeah,
YouTube is definitely.
But yeah, I did get a chance to shoot it today. Ran some Lapua Center X in it, and it did a great job. Did it do as well as what I've seen from the Voodoos? No, but it did very well, especially for it being a brand new rifle. It has a Federer barrel in it, 16, and I think it was a 16.25 inch barrel. It's threaded in half 28. So how are you going to be able to show that matrix without getting busted again?
If I know.
You know what? I could take the matrix, hang it on the wall, and you just use your pointer.
We could do that, I guess.
Yeah, because there's some things I want to say about that matrix.
Let me show you something.
They can't see me.
What happened? I was watching fishing videos with my son, and you were gone.
YouTube didn't like
The
it.
safe word: Skittles. Skittles. This is so dumb. I can't believe we just can't. When you can show like horrible things happening to people on YouTube,
All right,
and you
ready?
can't show a damn piece of metal.
All right, so here we go, folks. Up
This
top in
is-
gray is the matrix.
This one right here is the MP or the Masterpiece Arms Matrix. This isn't a real gun here, YouTube. All right, so one thing that is different about this one is this. I should have put the other one right here.
You want me to switch it?
Yeah, let's do that because
Okay, hold on.
there's a lot of no. I still need that one there. I just got to grab this one over there. There's a big difference.
No, I was going to take this off.
Yeah, take that off. Yeah.
That's what I was doing.
Oh, I thought you were gonna move it down.
Mind your business.
Mind your dang business. Nude yoga on YouTube. Yeah, exactly. You can run around nude. Let's see. I have the PWS version with Kid 2-stage in mine. Very nice. Snakeman 48.
All right.
All right. So Eagle Eye Shooting. I got YouTubed for showing a chassis with no firearm in it. All right. So here's the differences. These are both actually gunmetal gray, so this may be something that is a concern to you guys. I don't know. I don't really care. They're both gunmetal gray, so when you order it, you don't really know what's going to come out, but it comes out one of those. The biggest difference is back here. There's a ton of weight, and you can actually add weight to it. There's a cylinder shape in here, and there's a perfect piece of weight that goes into there, and you bolt it in, and you're good to go. Same thing, the internal weights. I did order the internal weight kit, so you can run weights up front here as well. Some of the things, you get two grips. So you have one grip that is angled more like this style, more of an AR style angle, and then you also have a vertical grip. There is like 5 different ones of these grips. And then it comes with this thumb rest. I think there was 4 or 5 pieces in different shapes and sizes at different angles. So you can find the one that you like that fits you. Also here, it comes with a trigger block. Basically, not a trigger block, but it comes out farther. So depending on how long your index finger is that you're going to shoot with, you can have it so that you put the same piece of your pad on the trigger every time due to the fact that it keeps the rest of your booger hookers out of there. The difference is mostly in here. A lot of the weight is reduced because there's more holes, a lot of underneath, where this one is not as slimline. This is for a full size. I'm going to be putting a Voodoo in here, but it's also for like the 6 Cream where some type of long, 27-inch barrel kind of deal. So those will all fit. It does have I call it a hood. I don't know what it's really called. What do you call it? A bridge. The up here, they do make a longer version that comes to about here to here. So it's more covered like Ray's rifle he showed earlier on the XLR chassis. Some of the differences is you got some where you're dialing these up and dialing them out if you want. Similar to like the MDT where you can dial stuff, where this one's not like that. So the biggest thing is here, running a bag. So like this one is a tiny little bag rider. This one is basically that full length, and all this. You can run a bag where there's a huge hole here. And this has never been an issue or a problem. I just wanted to try this chassis out because there's not much on YouTube about. There's some videos out there, but that was the reason. And I wanted to give this a try. This one here, the hybrid, we actually ordered, and I don't know what the name of it's called. I know Gray something makes some. There's an L bracket by MPA that comes out, or MPA, and then they actually Gray Ops, I think it's called, actually makes exterior weights for it afterwards. So it really widens that thing up. We'll let Ray blast away on it. And I haven't shot it in anything yet, so I don't know if I like it or don't like it. I'm still up in the air on it. Just holding it feels great. It's definitely a heavier rifle or chassis once you put all the weight in there. But we'll see. I may hate it. I don't know. Or I might think it's just the only way to go now. I don't know.
All right, so CJ Johnson asked, he said, sorry I wasn't able to hear the answer to my question. I guess it was in the other chat. I was wondering what ammunition would be better for NRL 22, ammunition with 1050 feet per second or ammunition with 1285. What would be the difference? Okay, so
1285 is over. I think you're going to have better luck with 1050.
I would almost agree.
Because you're going to stay subsonic. Would that be the correct way to say that? So you don't have to worry about it going from into transonic, where you're going to have differences.
Yeah, honestly, shoot it. The biggest thing is start subsonic, end subsonic. So as long as you're in that subsonic range, you're good. If you're trying to shoot supersonic, yeah, you can do that close. But as you get into further distances, like, let's say you're at 200, 350, 400 yards, you don't want something that's coming out of that supersonic going into transonic, then in the subsonic range, because that's when it's going to reach destabilization, or it's going to have some turbulence going on when it's going back into coming back into the sound barrier. So try it, see what works best, which group's best. It's really hard to say without you shooting that, but I know most of my velocities in my 18-inch guns are around 1070.
Yeah, that's
somewhere in there, 1070. Brian Wyatt, hey, how do you like the Send It electronic level? Brian, I've been running the LRA for 3 years now or so. I have it on every rifle. I'm a huge fan of it because I don't have to look at it. Snake Man wants to put the my chassis up there. I will tell you,
we can.
Masterpiece does some really good stuff. I don't want to get this one kicked off again, so I'm trying to just keep them off of there if I can at this point, unless you want to.
No.
So we would not just trying to not be accommodating, but we've got 95 people back in here. We had 100 and something in the other one, and if we get close, they're going to shut us down.
Yeah, they don't like us.
They've already done it once. Aesthetically, that matrix does nothing for me. I think it's hideous, but I also have to think about performance. Okay, I would have never bought that because I don't like the back end. It reminds me too much of a Magpul PRS plastic stock. Even though it's not, the other thing I don't like about it is when you put your hand on the right side, you have nothing but metal there. So had we shot that in that match, let's say you had that in a 22 match and we were shooting a weekend ago or so,
it'd be freezing cold,
and it was 28 degrees, your whole palm sits where that circle is, and they've done a great job machining it. Kudos to them, because they've taken the time and the detail to make it comfortable and ergonomically perfect for your hand. I played around with it a lot last night. I like them having the different palm swells, the thumb rests, so it's well thought out. But it's just, to me, it's ugly. That's it. And the thing is, I'll shoot an ugly gun all day long, but it wouldn't be my first choice.
You do shoot an ugly gun
always. It's what you do with it. But if I can choose, that would be my preference.
Yeah,
is to go with the XLR. They have made provisions for additional weights in the buttstock, like you'd ever need it. But yeah, there's actually a hollowed out tube in the backside, so you can put that in there. The one thing that kind of chaps my goat a little bit is there's no numerical system on the length of pull or on the cheek riser. While they did a great job with the detents, it's got a great feel. I mean, those guys do some great stuff over there. Give me a number, so I know what number I'm on.
Well, that's like MDT does that, but I hate all those screws.
MDT does it cheaply to where that thing's just sitting in there. There's no detent, and when you take that out, the whole system falls out. So the MPA, definitely much higher quality than the MDT. No question about it. There's no question about it. The MDT is, I hate to say it, I'm not ragging on them, but that's cheaply made. I don't like the front end. I don't like the little tiny screws on the front end. We've never had one ship that didn't lose the screws, right? Yours or mine. If it'll happen in shipping, it'll happen during a match. So yeah, that's it. I do like the way they've got the internal system for the weights. It's well thought out. It's just they should have done a little more on the backside and make them look better. All right, so Larry Funk says, don't do your group comparison at too short a range, or you won't see the transonic effect, the fast loadable experience. Yeah, great, great advice. Spy Sweeper says, I'm with Ray, looks ugly. I like the hybrid below better. I do too. I like that skeletonized look. It's something I've always liked ever since, like the MSR TSRs from Remington, when those were in high demand. It was really cool. Liked them.
What's up, Tank?
So yeah, so some really good topics talking about the chassis, and they're not cheap, folks. So you don't want to buy something off the internet. Honestly, I'll give it this much: the Matrix looks better in person than it does online. Online, it's even worse. When I got it here in person and I was playing around with it last night, I was like, you know what? Forget the looks. It really does feel good in the hand. They put the weight where it needed to be in the back.
When you're running along like a Rimfire rifle,
big one,
it's actually, we put matte P's in there, and it was balanced really well.
Yeah, I could see that,
which was nice. I do like how it has a lot more, instead of having a bag rider, the way it's shaped. You can. I think there's going to be some perks to that ugliness in the back.
Yeah, Lynn Holt says Loctite is your friend.
Yeah, let's see. Hi, thumbs up. R2. Gotta go plow some snow, Jackson.
How much will you have to load up the front to get it to balance for the 22? Tyler Orth, quite a bit. Even on the XLR, I have to put quite a bit of weights on the 18-inch Voodoo. Buying a 20 is not going to magically solve the problem for me. You're only talking about 2 inches of barrel. That's not going to balance it out. You've got to put some substantial weight up front to get it perfectly balanced, even on the XLR, and probably take some weights off the rear. I actually took the trapezoidal looking weight off the back. Shem McGill, is there anything you own cheap?
Kerry,
no, I have good stuff.
I have actually I'm borrowing it from Bryson, the MPA barricade stop. I don't like it. It's too small. It's cool because it does pivot, but I'm actually building. I haven't started yet. I'm gonna build something and make it my own deal. See if it works.
Matt said, how much weight do you have to add? A lot.
A lot.
You do have to add a lot.
Yeah.
Don't put. I mean, you do want a fairly balanced rifle, but guys, remember, don't overthink it. To get a perfectly balanced rifle, you also have to take into consideration, are you shooting it with or without a bipod? When you take that bipod off or you put one on, it's going to change it. When you put a bag on there, if you're using a rail X changer or something like that, it's going to change it. You're never going to get it perfect. The stage is going to dictate it. Get used to what you have and shoot it. That's what I say. Too many people overthink it and try to make it a lot more complicated than what it really is, I think.
Yeah. I think Saturday, what day was that I shot with Kreiderman? Saturday.
Friday you shot with Kreiderman.
Yeah, Friday, you know, I did have the big plate on there.
Yep.
And just ran nothing but the freaking fortune cookie.
Yeah. Yeah, keep it simple. That's what I could say. It's less to keep up with, easier to manage, and just be organized, you know.
Has anybody ordered an MDT freaking SkyPod?
Yeah, they're all on back order.
Because when you order them, do you ever get an email or does it just show up at your door? Matt wants to know. And so do I.
Yeah, Pistol Pete says the right Loctite is your friend. So, guys, we use Loctite every single day in our work, and it's not just one Loctite. There, you know, and somebody says red Loctite. Well, do you know there's like 8 different grades of red Loctite? You know, you got your purples, you got your blues, depending on what you're using. So I do use Loctite quite a bit, but those screws are just chintzy for the end cap on the MDT. So
yeah, they protrude out.
Enough said about that.
They protrude out, but it's got a great barricade stop magwell. That's a plus. I like that.
I did, and they said it was in stock, back ordered 8 weeks now. Not happy about it. Yeah, they're all on back order.
See, and that's what sucks because according to their website, I think Orson's talking about the damn. We're talking about still the SkyPods, right? The PRS one was in stock, and the double was not.
Okay, so Big Country, this is a great addition to the channel. He says he has 2 22 long rifles loaded into his Strelok Pro. One, he has the scope height set at 2.15, and the other one is 2.25. It spits out the same dope. So, guys, do you remember when I said if you don't know, just put 2 1/4 in, 2.25? It's not going to change your dope drastically just from your height over bore for your height of your rings. You know, I see guys bringing out calipers and everything else, or, you know, they're like, well, this is 1.176 or whatever it is. And I'm like, dude, just put in 2 1/4. It's not going to matter. Here we go again to that. Don't overthink it. Does it matter? Yes, it does, but it matters way out at distance that really doesn't matter. So it's going to show the same for that little difference. You know, if you're just one of those guys, you want to, you know the saying, garbage in, garbage out. Well, it's close enough to where you're not going to get garbage. It's going to give you the same info. Does it matter that the barrel? Okay, so Orson, he bought a barrel at 16 1/4, 16.25. Does it matter that it's not 16 and you put 16.0 instead of 16.25?
Yeah. When you plug everything
it's a quarter freaking inch. So it's what it is.
They have sent an email saying item has shipped.
Thanks,
Manna.
Anyone else have a McCree chassis? Yes, I've owned many of those. I've met Scotty multiple times. He says after that I got one. Believe it or not, I talked to Scotty about some changes that he needed to make on his earlier ones, because on a lot of positional offhand shooting, he didn't have a radius underneath the buttstock. So when you shot a high power rifle, it would actually cut you. It would leave a little mark here. And so we discussed some information. When he came out onto the scene, he was pretty much revolutionary. But I think he let the other manufacturers pass him by without changing enough in his designs. I mean, he did change some here and there, but guys were really starting to get into the skeletonized look at that point. A lot of his stuff was exceedingly heavy. So I got rid of all my McCrees, even though it's a good chassis system. And he's definitely a nice individual.
Yeah, that's cool. I haven't messed with any of those. Well, there's a tons of other chassis. So let's talk about a few. We can talk about chassis. I know, what is his name? It's coming up. Not Big Country, but he was in here earlier before we got discombobulated. I can't believe I can't remember his name right now.
Okay.
Oh, let me see. Huh. Not Ramsey Country, but
Charles Tiffy.
Charles Tiffy, yeah. He just got He just got a new chassis. He sold his. What did he sell? He sold one of his chassis and went to that foundation with the.
Yeah.
I really want to know about the recoil. Supposedly those things like suck up the recoil somehow. Not that there is any recoil on a 22, I know, but just like to see.
No, but there is recoil on 22.
There's recoil.
It might be
recoil on a
almost
BB
nothing,
gun, yeah.
but there is recoil.
This little spring going bing.
Yeah, I mean, the foundations that I've seen, we saw a ton of them out in Utah. I think it's veteran owned, and I think he uses G10. I mean, it's great, but for me, it's just a little too plain for me. That's all.
See, I'm not a big like Josh Thomas's rifle, that CZ.
That is beautiful.
It's a beautiful rifle. Like I go, man, that stock is beautiful. But I'm just not like the Woodstock kind of guy when it comes to shooting the stuff we do.
For what we do, I don't prefer wood stock because that wood stock poking in and out of barricades, going inside of liquid cages, trees with rebar, your wood stock is going to look like crap after your competition. The chassis, it might take off. This type 3 mil spec hard coats is going to be very, very resistant. A lot of people put wrap, like sports wrap, around the objective on their scopes. And guys, it's not for grip. It's not to put your hand up there, and it's for grip. And I don't know what. I actually asked a lot of the pro shooters, why do you do that? Because I see everybody doing that. Well, it's to save the scope when I sell it, or if I sell it, that it doesn't have dings and marks all over it. Some guys might say, whether they're just embellishing it or not, they might say, well, I'll just do it because it gives me better grip, when I'm holding the scope up here. And that might be the reason why they do it. But for most guys, they're going to tell you is to save the scope because your scope will get beat to hell. Ding!
Yeah, trust me.
Ding!
We did that a few times.
Like
actually, a little mini X was beating the hell out of your scope there the other day.
So that's going to bring us to other news. I've got some pretty exciting news for you guys. I don't want to be too premature about this, but I finally made the decision and talked to the guys over at Burris. I think I will be representing Burris for 2021. We're getting some stuff to me. I'll have some pretty cool stuff to be able to review. Things that haven't hit the market yet, things I'm not allowed to disclose at this point, but they do have some pretty cool things coming out. I am exceedingly happy with the XTR3. I will continue to use that for the rest of the season. So you'll see some exclusive content from Burris this year. For sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congrats. See, even
thanks, San Miguel. Yeah. I think San Miguel was saying he was waiting on his BNT.
Not
almost like a year.
Oh my God.
No, and I do have exclusivity. I will have exclusivity with Burris where I can't use the Night Force stuff, and that's fine. No, it's not for sale. I will have them, but just not on videos or competition.
It's good scope.
I always like the Night Forces, but I've learned that with the right reticle, good clean reticle, and good glass, it really doesn't matter. And the price point, you're looking at a sub $2,000 scope. Street price, you're looking at $1,700, and it does everything I need it to do. I can buy 2 of those for one Night Force. So
that's
there
true.
it is.
Eagle Eye says, why are so many PRS folks sold on impact actions? Gonna hurt some feelings. In my opinion, they are horribly machined. Well, Eagle Eye would know. He's a machinist.
So Eagle Eye, I got to be careful how I say this because I don't want to take anybody off, but the very first impact I ever held was when we went to Wyoming and we stopped into a rifle shop, and I was like, do you have one of those impacts? Because I think that's going to be my next build. And when I held it in my hand, I thought exactly what you just stated. Coming from being around machined goods all day long and seeing what really good stuff looks like, I was a little disappointed. I really was. It looked blocky. It didn't look finished out. I don't want to be all this. Well, that guy, all he cares about is how it looks. No, I care about the attention to detail. That means a lot to me on anything, and that's why I can't be too hard on the Matrix, because it's aesthetically, as bad as it looks, the detail is there. They've done it right.
Well, the aesthetics is opinionated, and the detail.
No, I think everybody will agree that thing is ugly.
And detail is what it is.
Okay, so the Aztec, that Buick Aztec, everybody agrees that thing is ugly. Okay. Then, I mean, name somebody here. Anybody.
Hey, YouTube, please shut us off. Here's a gun. Just turn us off. Just cancel the show. This shit's got out of
I don't
control.
mean to rag on the chassis, but it's ugly. It's ugly.
Well, you got me, but I still hang out with your dumb ass.
I know it. See, and it doesn't matter. What reticle are you running on the XTR3? It's the SCR2, Dusty. I love it. I think it's a great reticle. They have the SCR and the SCR2.
Answer Lucas's question. This guy's got a buddy that has talked him into shooting NRL 22, but he's got $500 to $600.
Yeah, Lucas, Ruger, RPR, or a CZ all day long. Those are your two. The CZ is going to be a little bit more, so he's not leaving a lot in there for an optic. But I think for just getting into it, just get you a Ruger precision rimfire rifle. That is a great one. I mean, Kreiderman started off with one. I started off with one. You started off with one.
Yeah.
And it'll do the job. That will leave you a few $100, a little bit of money left for an optic. But if he's talking about just rifle only, he can actually get into a CZ for that type. He might not have the modularity for, you know, the cheekerizer and all that. But if he can go CZ, go CZ. But if not, go with the RPR.
There you go.
I'm waiting on people to comment on that Buick Aztec. There are some things that are just ugly.
Is that the one that looks like a fishbowl in the back?
No, it looks like a freaking Prius in the back. It's angular.
Is this a newer car? Or?
No, it's older now.
What's that old car that looked like a fishbowl? It was round in the back.
That was the AMC Pacer.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's going way back.
That's one ugly.
Okay, so DW, I don't want to miss that. He said something about Burris. Can you go back up a little? I think you skipped a lot.
I didn't.
Okay, keep going. Okay, Burris, huh? Their prices are decent. What about their glass? Good quality. So DW, the XTR2, that is overseas glass, and I don't mean Japanese glass either. A lot of that's going to be Philippines. It's good glass under great light. If you start to get high magnification, dimly lit, it does get cloudy. And that's across the board on the XTR2s. The XTR3 is a different animal altogether. Those are made in Greeley, Colorado. It's not even in the same realm as an XTR2. I mean, the glass is really clear. Even Matt has commented that he really likes that optic as well.
It's nice.
And so when they came out with that XTR3, that's kind of what changed my mind. I have still not done a review on it. You guys know that I'm not just going to throw out a review because somebody just gave it to me to review it quickly. I needed to make sure that if I said it's good, it's a good one. And the XTR3 is good. It's worked out well for me. And, you know, they are doing some thermals now that are just rebranded Chinese thermals. I learned this. I did a lot of research before I started realizing that I was going to kind of sign on with them. But, you know, at least they've got some things out there. They're big into the hunting world.
Yeah, that makes sense.
A lot of crossbow and archery stuff.
Davey J, we have not even had a chance to take that out. I can't say that. I could have went Saturday and taken it out, but I was on practice mode, so I didn't. So the Arkin I haven't messed with.
Yeah, George Wilson says, congrats, X. It'd be interesting to see about what Burris is coming out with. At this point, I've not been a big fan of their stuff. And George Wilson, I understand completely. I actually shot Burris a long time ago, back in the heyday of 3-gun. I was actually shooting the Burris, the XTR. I think it was called what was it? What do you have on that one? Burris had an XTR. It was a 1-6. And I actually did very, very well with that optic. And I left it in the car in the summer.
Oh, no.
And what happened was when I came out, I guess the lubrication within one of the turrets had somehow gotten inside of the tube itself. It's like you had liquid inside of the glass. I sent it to them. They have a full lifetime warranty like Vortex. They sent me a brand new one back, never had any issues with it. And then I just kind of got away from Burris. And then I had 2 of the XTR2s. I noticed some issues on the top end, but still great scopes. But then when the 3 came out, they sent me one. I was very impressed with it. So, yeah, I know exactly where you're coming from with that. Yeah, Tyler Orth, the impact actions are supposed to be smooth. Yes, it is a very smooth action. Someone says, are they something American Greeley? Hold on, let me see. Trying to get caught up. And they're made in American Greeley. Yes, correct. Given the fact they'll be repping Burris, that should speak for itself. Yeah, I will be. I have two. Let's see, I have two, and the headspace differs 6,000ths. So Eagle Eye was talking about the impact precision action. He says he has two of them. The headspace is off by 6,000. The impacts are as smooth as they get and are manufactured by top PRS competitor. Yeah, no doubt. Nancy Mink, I can't answer that question. All right.
I can answer.
No, you can't.
I don't even know the answer.
Eagle Eye says, absolutely not. Those actions have a lot of bolt play. I can lock those actions up by slight manipulation, pressing the bolt up. Impacts are not smooth. Okay, so that's what Eagle Eye is saying. That's one of the great things about this chat is that we get to share the information. Didn't the Aztec designer get fired for that car design? I don't know. Lynn Holt said her dad had a pacer. Or his dad had a pacer.
Nice.
Buick Rendezvous was a version of the Aztec. I'm very impressed with the XTR3 glass. Super bright. Yep, Tank Frank, I agree. Maybe they'll reboot the Aztec as an electric vehicle.
Yeah.
John Kreiderman, thumbs
look like
up.
A damn space wagon.
Eagle Eye says, I have Remington 700 black ice coated to tighten clearances. I can get them smoother than impacts. Yeah, as a matter of fact, Eagle Eye did a Remington 700 for me that is a smooth. Okay, Carcane, as ugly as the Aztec was, the optional tent for the back was cool. And the center console cooler was a good idea.
That's right.
I would love to see comparison of any Burris and an Arkin. Well, ironically, we do.
We have an Arkin.
An Arkin here.
Done.
And I am going to jump on that as soon as I can. Big Country. Your pal Matt says Z6i for the win. Yeah, I actually switched to the Swarovski Z6i when I got rid of the Burris. So that was like going from going way up here.
The Ruckus Tactical.
Yes. Yep, it is. That's the Curtis Ruckus, isn't it? No, Defiant. It's the Defiance. Okay. Yes. Defiance Ruckus, which I believe has interchangeable barrels now.
Sam Miguel, why you keep retracting your comments? I don't even get a chance to read them.
Sam Miguel says, "Oh crap, he's buying a Burris XTR3. Guess I'm waiting." well, guys, in full fairness, and take this for what it's worth. Okay, so I've only used the XTR3 in these rimfire competitions. And Matt pointed out to me, he's like, dude, you took that Night Force off. You finished third, you finished second, and you won first. One of my complaints about the XTR3 was that it didn't have an illuminated reticle. And when we did that shoot off, it was dark.
It was dark.
The camera did not do it justice. I was like, I'm not going to be able to see these, but it still did well enough, gathering enough light.
If it was
the Burris did it, but I was able to do it with the Burris. So if I can shoot a match like that and still podium at these matches well enough, then it's definitely not the optic. The optic's good enough to do it. Matter of fact, my worst was with the Night Force. That's when I came in 5th down in South Carolina.
R.C. Hillman says, this is way off topic, but I meant to ask you the other night, would you shoot other 22 ammo through your Voodoo after testing it with the Lapua ammo? If so, have you? I think I've only shot the Center X through it because I got a lot of it right now. So no, I haven't, but with those type of barrels, I'd shoot even my junky crap ammo if I wanted.
Yeah.
And then just run some Center X back through it.
Yeah, you're not going to hurt it at all. I've ran Ely, a lot of different types of Ely through my Voodoo just to see. But I was told by a Voodoo shooter that they do like the Center X. And so once I sent it off and got the ammunition, then I haven't shot anything but Center X out of it just because it shoots so well. Yeah. But yeah, it's not going to hurt to just run. I wouldn't run copper jacketed through it. Don't be running like CCI HP just because you've got some. You don't want to get that copper in there if you don't need it. And then you're going to have to condition the bore with that same ammunition that you're going to be running. 22 is a whole different animal.
Oh, Tyler Orris shot his first match this weekend. Damn, that wind can really push them bullets. Yeah, I don't make a habit out of practicing in 10, 18-mile-an-hour winds and snow to boot. Nice, Tyler. You went out there. That's what matters.
Yeah, you did it.
You did it. You weren't talking about it. You went and did it.
How did you finish? Because I remember you talking about it last week that you were going to shoot your first 22 match. What was the furthest distance, and how did you finish, if you don't mind sharing, out of how many? And let's see here.
So if Nancy was to say how long in general until illumination,
I never said anything.
I know. And you don't have to say anything.
Well, I don't know. I think if a manufacturer were going to come out with illuminated reticle, I guess it depends on the manufacturer.
You suck.
There's a certain.
Did you say yeah?
There's a certain level I can't.
Yeah,
I can't entertain. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, there you go, Nancy.
Sorry.
If I knew the answer, I'd squeeze it out of them, but I don't know. Maybe if they
it'd be really cool if I had to review one on the channel.
They will release the illuminated reticle. They will drop the price on the non-Dusty Road said. Way to think.
Yeah, absolutely. Same thing Night Force did. Because Night Force originally, when they came out with their 4-16, it did not have digital in them. It's one of the first Night Forces I've ever seen. And I own one. I still have it. Has an H59 reticle, no illumination. And it's not an SHV, it's an ATAC-R with no illumination. All right. Otter says Center X, regardless of barrel length. Yeah, from what I've been told, all the Voodoos love Center X.
Yeah. And
everyone we shoot with that has a Voodoo, it loves the Center X.
From the same lot.
Yeah, from the same lot.
Is it crazy. 4 guns? 1, 2, 3. 3 guns. Yeah, 3 guns.
And that Matt says, don't want to even hear it. You got built-in night vision with those eyes.
Yeah, no shit. If you're going to shoot copper jacket ammo, soak it in some 80 W90 first. That's right, Tim Davis. Found some SK Standard Plus rifle match to try in my waiting for it to get here. Nice, Lucas. Yeah, that's the tough part for a lot. Oh, Carrie Emery, yeah, the Night Force Mil XT. I like that reticle a lot. If I was going to go Night Force, that would be the one, I think.
I do like the Mil XT a lot, Carrie. If you're going to go with the Night Force and if you're going to do PRS style shooting, I think that's a good choice. Voodoo says they built their chamber around Lapua ammo. Yeah, that is true. So it's going to like it.
It's going to like it. It's going to feed right for the most part. And then
I hit the lottery the other night. I found somebody that had a ton of 22 ammunition that got out of shooting completely. Had 4 ammo cans. You guys ever seen the big ammo cans that have the latches on both sides?
I got them over there.
Yeah, not the little ones.
I got
the big ones. It's got the 2 handles on the side. He had 4 of those completely full of like CCI, the HP, and then
nice.
I had a ton of Ely.
There was Ely in there?
Oh, yeah. I got a ton of Ely.
Nice.
And
too bad I hate that stuff. It's too damn waxy.
It's still ammunition.
Yeah.
And I got it for pennies on the dollar. And it was like, you're not going to use it? And he was like, no. I said, do you even own a 22? He's an older gentleman. He's like, I have one, but I might shoot a box a year. And he goes, I don't need this other stuff. And he sold it to me for next to nothing.
There's that horseshoe, golden horseshoe coming out of
that was Lucky Night. That was the same night I went to the casino.
Good gosh. And I went coyote hunting.
You went Yodi hunt.
Stratus 27 says, I have the XTR3, and if you are looking for a cheaper alternative with the SCR2 reticle, I also have the RT25, which is not bad. Isn't the RT25, isn't that US Optics?
No. That's the T series I think you're talking about. But no, Burris has another line that's a little lower that's more for hunting, and it's a much cheaper alternative. So, I mean, like I said, they really appeal to hunters, but they have a very strong competition contingent.
Okay, so I talked to Chris, I think it was last week, maybe a week and a half ago.
Yep.
And I was looking at some of the US Optic scopes.
Yep.
because he obviously does very well with them.
Yes, he does.
So I said, what model are you using? And ask questions like why, all that kind of stuff. So he showed me, or not showed me, but gave me the model number, and I looked it up. And what he does is, so he doesn't run the zero stop.
Okay.
And the reason why he doesn't run the zero stop is if you run the zero stop, that reticle doesn't have too much. Once you split it in the middle, basically, you can only dial, I don't remember what it was, like 15 or something.
Okay.
But if you don't run the zero stop, it was like 55. So what he did was he scratches lines on the turret so he knows when he's back down to zero. But he's getting like 55. He could dial basically 500 yards and still be center reticle. And I'm like, damn. And then I'm thinking, man, that's pretty cool. And then I've remembered how much I suck at math and trying to figure out where the hell I'm at on the reticle, Then I'm like, so I decided.
Hell, even if it works, if it's not a 10 revolution. So, guys, the one thing that Rick doesn't like, so he's used to the Vortex now, and one full revolution is 10 mils.
I like that.
If you give him something with 6 mils and one full revolution or 8,
10.
Oh, he's done for. Done for. It's like 8, and I got 3 mils.
Hold on. 9, 10, 11. I'm at 11.
No, I'm on 10. No, you're on 11, Rick. No, I'm on 10.
That's a true
story.
story. True story. Well, the Diamondback only goes to 5, 6, 5 or 6. Yeah. It's real pain, people. Applejack says, look, it's like the voodoo was just removed for violating. Yeah, the video was removed, Applejack, which we didn't violate any. We showed a chassis. I'm sure you're familiar with what a chassis looks like. I'd show you, but they're going to bounce us again. No, we did not get any coyotes. We heard some. We tried calling them in, and didn't happen. So no.
So Tyler Roth says it's a lot easier just setting the parallax to infinity and letting it eat. Just have to remember that going forwards.
Let it eat.
Yeah, what he means is just take your parallax. Don't worry about trying to get a clear image. Just set it to infinity and just shoot.
For all stages?
You can get away with that on some stages, but if you've got a huge difference, let's say you've got a 50-yard target and then it goes to 200 and then you got 250 and then 300, it's going to be tough to do that. I do always try my best, if I can, to get it adjusted unless it's decently close to the next target. But if there's a big gap, I don't.
I practiced that Friday.
Yeah.
So we shot 50 yards, 200 yards.
Yep.
And it was all holes, right? I just parallax right around 150.
Yeah, find a good medium.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
And it seemed to work well. That video I put out today. Lucas, no coyotes. Let's see. Oh, Talking Rock's taking the 6.5 Creedmoor out tomorrow.
Supposed to be nice this week in the South.
Yeah, we're supposed to get really good weather.
Yeah, and we're going to be stuck in
building stuff.
Building.
This is what it is. But you know what? I'm still thinking if we blast out like 2 days worth of work in one day tomorrow, we could go shooting the next day.
Tyler Orth says at the bottom.
He says, in a normal center fire match, can't do it with 22. That's what I meant.
Yeah, 22, it's tough to do that. It really is because of the ones that are up close. So now we understand. Thanks for clarifying that.
Strata says Burris is pushing the RT series as a cheaper long-range scope. I think they were going after the Bushnell Match Pro series line. Well, seeing a lot of companies, I think, are setting themselves up where if you're going to shoot production, they're trying to get that cheaper scope so that you can buy a better rifle, cheaper scope, and still be within the parameters of the money.
Matt Kev says he's totally with you on the base 10. Try a loophole. There's 10.5 per revolutions. I mean, come on, what genius came up with that?
10.5?
Who does that? Who does that? I thought it was 12. Most of the old loopholes were 12.
Somebody needs to smack him over.
They're always 12 minutes or whatever.
Kreideman, you better watch that video because you're about 2/3 of it.
Otter asked a great question. Where are you guys now regarding a barrel tuner for your 22? I'm not. I'm done with it. I'm not going to explore it.
Just go shoot more, practice more. How's that?
A barrel tuner, I believe, works well. I believe it has its place. I believe it can help mitigate flyers. I believe all bench rest 22 guys use tuners because they're shooting fixed distances and you've tuned it for that distance. I believe for us having so many different ranges that we're shooting at, I don't need something else hanging off the barrel. I think I'm gonna be done with it. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
Just call it done.
Call it done.
Ray, I can beat your deal. I'm gonna cease bill. Left me 15,000. 22 LR ammo, mostly bulk Winchester and Federal. Not match ammo, but blasting fun stuff. There you go, Snake Man.
His deceased brother-in-law left him with 15,000 and 22. Yeah, no one died for this one, but yeah, it was just one of those things that came around.
Did you say just one of those?
One of those things.
Big Valley Precision did inventory of all ammo over the weekend. Have 320,000. Damn, nice. Must have been buying more than I thought over the years. Yeah, it adds up quick. That's the thing. I always try to tell people, go to the, actually Bad Billy, he knows all about it. You know, go to the store, buy a box, and every time you go in to get groceries or something, if you go to Walmart, and before you know it, by the end of the year, you got, well, not right now. There ain't no damn ammo, but Rick, YouTube just pulled your video from VOD today. Yeah, it's gone. Bad Billy. Oh, they pulled that one too? Jeez. I am getting beat up on YouTube.
Big Valley Precision says he's got over 32,000 22 long rifle. Yeah, I mean it's good to have, especially when you want to go shooting for sure. Yeah, so Shaggy Rifleman, at one point I was saying that there was a benefit, and I thought about making some, but the more I started thinking about it, the more research I've done on it, there's a lot of differing information out there, especially when you get on sniper side, about differing distances. If you're shooting what they do, killing videos.
Look at that. They removed that video. Damn it,
inappropriate content. What'd you do?
Not a damn thing but said shoot. Like every other video we do. Positional shooting.
Dang.
God. Somebody. I'm going to start having YouTube cat videos. This shit's crazy. I'm actually kind of pissed right now.
Inappropriate content. See, I haven't seen that video. I guess I'm not going to now. But
it was me and John at the range shooting, positional shooting 50 yards, 200 yards. That's it.
Yeah, but they didn't demonetize it. They killed it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Man, I'm on somebody's crap list.
If YouTube was a gun, they would be Cobra. You know, if you had a bunch of Cobra Mac 10s, I can't see that.
I'm trying, people. Let's try this.
You're going to get them all dizzy.
Come on. Look, there's Ray in the camera. Never mind.
There were a couple cuss words in there.
No, there wasn't.
But that can't be it.
There might have been a couple cuss words. I was looking forward to hearing the rest of what Ray was saying. Shaggy Rifleman, I'm sure you were, buddy. Did purely pull their YouTube sponsorship.
And Dusty Rose says the Mac 10 is the exception. Somebody said they watched it. There was nothing wrong with the video. Timeout, 2 stages due to forgetting to adjust parallax. Managed to win shooting 6 down. Lost 3 shots due to timing out. There were 30 to 35 people attending. So you won the whole thing, right? Managed to win shooting 6 down. Lost 3 shots due to timing out.
Dang,
nice. Congratulations, Tyler. It sounds like an awesome weekend.
Yeah. Shows up. That was he the one that said that was his first match?
Yeah, first match.
Damn.
Coming out of the gate swinging.
Dang, you got nothing to look forward to.
Congratulations.
That's awesome, man. You got a real trophy, and I got a flag. It said I went to the match. Oh, I'm just dumbfounded right now.
I hope you don't get strikes for those. They're obviously going back and checking all your videos.
Well, every one of them's got a gun in it.
Yeah. Except the one we went to the BMW.
Except the BMW one. Oh, blah, 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 blah.
He done made somebody mad.
Yep.
What else is in the news? Oh,
I know what's in the news. YouTube sucks ass.
Yeah.
Hope you're still watching YouTube. Kiss my booty.
The VP of sales contacted me from Bergara, and I think I might be working something out to be able to review a B14R for you guys. Finally, I actually want to get one, get my hands on it, the 22, and I'm looking forward to that. I'd like to see how that goes. That should be good.
Oh, I'm so bummed. That's cool. Congratulations.
Just trying to keep the topic going because nobody wants a Debbie Downer.
Yeah, true.
Just want to be a real YouTube channel.
I just want to have. No worries, Rick. I've got at least one strike every other week. I've never had a strike.
Every other week. How do you still have a channel at Eagle Eye?
I don't know.
Cherry Parker says maybe we're going to let you be on his channel. The only place I do chats are on your channel. I won't do them on mine, or rarely anyway. Can you switch using a different platform? Yeah, but it won't have most of you guys on there. That's the problem.
Don't let that upset you much.
103.
I'll try not, Brian. I'll try not to. The channel's just really starting to pick up, and it's doing much better than it was last year. So
says you can dispute them; they'll reinstate them.
Yeah, but that's the whole point. It's the same people reviewing them, anyways. Yep. Anyways.
What?
I don't know. What the hell? What you got?
How did you think that the lefties would not come for you?
We did everything right. We followed all the guidelines. We showed metal chassis, no firearms, just the stock of the rifle. I'm surprised we didn't get beat up for the 2x4 rifle.
I'm not even going to pick it up.
Man.
Don't pick it up.
Don't touch the
no 45 I won't be giving away the Bergara.
What? Why not?
What do you mean what?
Turn that fan upside down. What up, Muscat Murph?
That might be a good rifle for Ella.
Might be.
And then I'll have two voodoos.
Biden been watching your channel. That wouldn't. He definitely wouldn't want to be watching my channel.
I think he was thinking about grabbing one of the guns on the wall and shoot the camera.
Just to show his anger. No, I try to follow their rules.
We should do a giveaway on the tactical 2x4.
Shaggy, we're still waiting for a 2x4. Wink, wink. Let's see.
What else is in the news? So, match schedule. So, March the 7th, we go to Hazard, Kentucky.
Let me see.
Yeah, let's grab your banners.
Yep. Nope. Yep. March 7th.
DRC Rimfire in Hazard, Kentucky. And then we have the VOD Tactical Rimfire Series Shootout, Series 2.
Oh, and I got another one to fill out right here.
March the 27th. Oh, you didn't sign up for another match. Don't tell me. Because you already told me you're going to start signing up for matches so that I don't go. I'm not there.
No, you're invited. You're. This is for Clinton House. Matt P said.
Yeah, we got the dates.
Yeah,
but they're not opened up yet.
Yeah, he said it's open.
Really?
Yeah. It's going to be April.
So it's on practice score already.
That's what he said. April 3rd, 4th, something like that. Check yourself. So if anybody's in the area of Clinton, South Khaki, hit us up on April Well, let me wait for the real date. Rick Biden's going to take your AR-14. He can have all my AR-14s. I mean, all of them. I got bazillion AR-14s. He can have them all.
Excuse me, folks, while I look for this match.
I need some shotgun shells loaded with thermite. Yeah. That'd be a fun shooting. You guys do a great job. Good information. Better than watching what's on TV. I appreciate that, Big Valley Precision.
Appreciate it.
Today's a little different, I guess. I don't know, Big Valley, if you were here before, we had a really good chat going. There was quite a few. What do we have in there? 108, 107 or something?
April the 3rd, Carolina Shooters Group Outlaw Rimfire Series Event 1 starts in a month. That's it.
That's it.
Let's check and see. Only 100 spots left.
Damn, they're going to do that many spots. So I'm going to put that on the list. So if you guys are out and about, want to shoot that match, that'd be awesome. What's this? It's in Clinton, right?
It's in Clinton, South Carolina at the Clinton House Plantation. It's a great facility. It'll be their first time running a rimfire match. So I don't know what to expect. It is going to be an outlaw, so they're not going to be adhering to any type of. I will tell you, I've been giving them a little bit of feedback on not using too heavy of steels.
Yeah.
Their distances and all that, because I think they were going to run shorter distances initially. I think they might be looking at stretching them out a little bit further now, but I don't know ultimately where they'll end up as far as distances.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully they're at least out to 200, 250 or something. YouTube need to check some of this.
45 Auto says it's only 1339 away miles. You might be a little late.
13. Where's that at? 1,300 miles? Oh, yeah, I see it. You better leave now. You got till April. And it's April 3rd. I was right?
April the 3rd, yeah.
April 3rd.
Yeah, we'll see. That might be a good one. Just depends.
No, I'm going.
You're going?
Yeah.
You already know that?
Yep.
Dang.
I'm going to hit both of those ones. The only way I wouldn't go is if it messes with the VOD one. But it's the VOD's right before it.
Yeah, it's the week after.
Yeah. So it should be.
Dang, it'll be match after match after match. My wife's not going to be happy.
I got ammo. Tyler Orth, let those messages stay. Can you recommend Clinton House install 500 yards of muddy driveway to get to the event? Yeah, there's some mud out there.
Well, so Makev, they've actually done a lot of repairs out there on the road. Everything that you used to have to go through the mud on that downhill, all that's been paved now. So
paved or rocked?
No, it's paved.
Blacktop?
It's blacktop.
Where you come up over the hill and then the pond's right there?
Yep, that's all
no
blacktop
shit,
now.
That's awesome.
Once you get to the pond, that's all rock. But
yeah, that hill cars had a tough time getting up that.
Yeah, Skull. My understanding is they still do the mile range, but it's not on every weekend. It's like once a month. I think they've also cut in like a 2,200 yard range as well.
Damn, it's cool stuff. We could take them flags and make a bikini out of them and parade some hot ladies around. DW. Yeah. Now I'm going to leave that to someone younger and better in shape than my.
Tyler Orth says, do you have a separate profile of your true dope at various temperatures for your 22s? No, Tyler, I don't. Typically, I'll just let the...
I got everything I need right here. Bam. 74 yards. Boom. 0.9.
Which sounds a little high to me.
Yeah, you're high.
But no, I let the Kestrel do the work on that. I get it from the Kestrel. And then, if you're keeping a centerfire rifle book and you're keeping a sniper data log, it's important to have that. And that's a good way to have it as a backup in case your batteries die in your Kestrel. But now I just carry 2 Kestrels.
He does.
2 is one, 1 is none.
Of course, sometimes his 2 don't match up.
They're always off.
Then
just
he's like,
a little bit.
Then he's like, damn, now which one do I pick?
So I did carry 2 at that winter match. That one we just did a couple weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
I had one that I left in the pouch, the Bat MF, with a brand new battery in it that had the exact same dope. They were all trued up. And then the other one I used. The battery died on that one.
The one you used.
The one I used. And we had changed the batteries that night.
Yes, we did.
But I used it a lot because I did have them paired up to the SIGs. But it was so cold, it just drained the batteries. I changed the batteries out, never grabbed the second one, but I had it as just in case.
You know what's crazy, too? As a kid, my grandma used to say, keep the batteries in the fridge. Supposed to, like, lengthen them or something. Like,
yeah.
keep them
charged.
I remember that, crap.
Yeah.
But that just makes no sense compared to, like, you know, we had ours in the freezer.
Otter says he won't be making the Clinton house either.
Come on, Otter.
You know, Clinton is a speed trap.
It's in the news. My book.
Okay,
yeah,
so here you go. This is the answer from Charles Tiffy. He has temperature validated data in the Kestrel at 30, 60, 90, and 110 degrees. Haven't seen it make a huge difference. Does Charles do rimfire?
I don't know. I know he's a huge centerfire guy.
Okay, so Charles, I know that at 1,000 with the 6.5 Creedmoor, if it's 30 degrees out, I'm usually going to be somewhere around 7.9 to 8 mils, okay, with the rifle that I'm shooting. When it gets up to about 100 degrees, I'm only running about 7.2. So it's not quite a mil, but it's pretty darn close. That's what I've seen. And what he's talking about, guys, is you can go up and do that temperature truing in the Kestrel, and you can do it like on a Strelok as well, like where you've got your known data at 50, and you can put those in there, and that'll help get you better data. Yep, and rimfire, it makes a difference. Yep.
Lucas is saying lithium ion is different from alkaline. Yeah, these would have been old alkaline batteries.
No, I was using lithium ion. I was using the Energizer lithium batteries.
What grandma
alkaline batteries? Gotcha.
What your grandma said back in the day.
What your grandma said. What's a good Kestrel feature? Applied Ballistics.
Link is
off.
The freaking.
What app is the best paired with?
What app is it best paired with?
The Kestrel, I use the Applied Ballistics Kestrel. I don't have any experience with 4D off.
I don't either.
With this carbon, this is with carbon fiber. I haven't done it with 22 or centerfire.
Yeah, we need
running reloader 16. My ammo. Whoa, what the heck?
I need to see.
But my ammo stays in the bag, also out of the sun. Gotcha. Okay.
Lithium composite shaggy rifle. Alkaline batteries are.
Link with Applied Ballistics and Strelok.
Yeah, see, Lynn Holt says the alkali. It will restore them, cold them.
Shoot, those were lead acids you were refrigerating.
Lead acid. Yeah, whatever. Back in the day, that's what you did.
That's it. You get your battery and it was just completely dry and you had to add the acid.
Yeah. Link with it.
And then we all grew up where they, because back in the lead acid days, everybody's like, don't ever jump start a car with that and not turn your head, because if you hook them up and you hook the one up first, it'll blow up and it'll blow it all in your face. Now, that can happen for sure.
Oh, it does happen. Can happen.
But nowadays, you see mostly sealed batteries on everything. Everybody's into these Optimas and these.
Oh, you know what? Somebody, Pulaski, Tennessee, Jerry Parker said, you know that Kentucky match? It's not in Hazard. It's in some other town, it says. When I was on the website today.
Well, on the PRS website, it says Hazard, Kentucky.
Yeah, they changed it. It says something now. It's 4 hours and 23 minutes.
So it's changed. They changed locations?
I don't know if they changed locations or they just named it the right town now.
Okay. Yeah, Charles Tiffy. I put in a brand new Energizer lithium battery, turned my Kestrel on, and it's at 32%.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's like, what the heck?
And then the next time you turn it on, it's 98. And you're like, this makes no sense. Commando 97, appreciate you showing up. It's always fun.
All right, what time is it? Oh, it's 11 o'clock.
That means it's time to go.
Guys, I got to head out of here. It's been a pleasure. I think it was a great topic. I hate that the channel got
Man, they are getting beat up.
Then
pray for my channel tonight, ladies and gentlemen, that it's not gone in the morning. So
yeah, my kestrels are all over the board on low battery all the time.
1 to 7 and kestrel reads below 50. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. I guess as long as it doesn't turn off.
If it doesn't turn off, we're good.
What up, Zeus? How you doing?
They used to play with mercury back in the day. Dusty Rhodes, no kidding, true story.
Oh yeah, you'd like roll it on the thing.
Oh, absolutely. So I had so my bed had.
This is why we're jacked up.
I had these sliders that had like bookcases, right? And I had a thermometer that had fallen in one of the slider cracks. And I was a young kid, I didn't know. So I opened the thing up and it closed up against the other one. Well, it smashed the thermometer and mercury went everywhere. I didn't know what the crap mercury was. I was probably 9 years old.
It's just cool stuff.
Oh, dude, it was like this. I was like, oh, check that out. You know, because it would, one ball would make two. I'm still alive. Okay. It's probably what's going on up here. But that was like, I saved it and I played with it.
The video's gone, John.
Yeah, I played with it all the time. Always. In my hand. Oh, bare hands. Just like that. I had no clue.
Of course you don't have a clue.
No,
why would you have a clue at 9 years old? You can turn it off and back on and it will be 20%. Yeah, exactly. That's the one thing they need to fix.
What's that?
Getting that figured out right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. That's
getting the kestrel right.
Yeah, that's why you have excellent vision.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Super shooting power.
Yeah. That was special mercury.
Yeah. You like
mercury, what? Somebody says that?
Well, no, you doing that.
I used to play with mercury all the time. See, everybody did. We didn't know any better.
And
I never ate paint chips off the wall.
I've
never understood who.
I don't know.
What kid would eat paint
You're
chips?
Like, hey, look at this.
Look, it flakes.
I'm gonna scratch it off and eat it.
That's cornflakes.
That tastes good. You know what though? We don't know what it tastes like. It probably could taste good.
I guess it's just like, you know.
That's like when kids lick windows. Like when kids lick windows.
Who licks windows?
Like you might go, why would you lick a window? But they might like love it.
That's why you got to keep your animals away from the antifreeze, right? Because it tastes sweet.
Tastes good.
Have you tasted it yet?
Let's see.
Lead paint is apparently sweet tasting. Really? We got to try some.
There's a ton of that stuff around this town.
I don't know. It's old school.
Oh, man. That's what I'm saying. Why is the channel in jeopardy? What did I miss? Charles Tiffy. We showed chassis
with no actions in them.
No actions. And our live chat actually got off. And then they just deleted a video I did with John. We went and shot at the range, which I don't know how many videos I have of that stuff.
Kids used to eat paste in my class.
Oh, paste was good. I like that in the Elmer's glue where you
everybody did that.
You're like, do this.
Look at my skin.
Oh. Yeah.
It says I used to eat frost out of the freezer. 2 strikes, Rick. Do you have 2 strikes?
I don't know. I started off with 0 today. For the last 8.5 years, I've never had a strike. And
see you, Lynn. Take care.
We might as well just get one more. If I get one more strike, if I have 2.
How do you know that you have 2?
I don't. I'm just saying they say 2 strikes. But if you had 2 strikes and I got one more, the channel would be deleted. Every video that I've done.
Not good. Not good.
No, how's the water?
Right, well, I do have to get out of here. It's been a pleasure.
The water diet's going good.
This great week.
This was half water or half unsweet tea. All right, you guys, take care. Have a great night. And I might be able to have a video next time. I don't know. We'll see. So anyways, stay free somewhere in America. Definitely not on YouTube. See ya.